Imagine a franchise left for dead. Its superstars gone, its fans hopeless, and its future bleak. In 2019, the Oklahoma City Thunder were a shadow of their former glory, a small market team stuck in the NBA's no man's land. Yet, in a few short years, they transformed into a juggernaut, a squad so dominant it forced the league to take notice. This is the story of how OKC turned despair into a dynasty in the making, a rebuild so masterful it redefined what's possible in the modern NBA. The Thunder's collapse began in 2016, when Kevin Durant, the franchise's cornerstone, left for Golden State. His departure gutted the team's identity. Russell Westbrook, the heart and soul, carried OKC as far as his relentless energy could. But by 2019, even he was traded to Houston. James Harden, the third piece of OKC's once mighty trio, had long since departed. The Thunder were mediocre, trapped in a cycle of first-round playoff exits with no clear path to contention. Small market teams face brutal realities: limited free agent appeal, tight budgets, and skepticism from analysts who doubted OKC could ever compete with coastal giants like the Lakers or Warriors. The Paycom Center, once a cauldron of noise, felt like a ghost town. Fans wondered if the glory days of playoff runs and MVP chants were gone for good. Enter Sam Presti, the Thunder's general manager and the architect of their resurrection. Presti didn't panic or chase short-term fixes. Instead, he embraced a bold, calculated vision that would reshape the franchise. He traded Westbrook for Chris Paul and draft picks, a move that shocked fans but signaled a full commitment to rebuilding. A year later, he flipped Paul to Phoenix for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and more picks. These weren't just trades, they were heists. Presti amassed over 30 first-round draft picks, giving OKC unmatched flexibility in a league where draft capital is king. He avoided overpriced free agents and resisted pressure to tank outright. His plan was clear: build through the draft, develop talent, and create a sustainable winner. Critics called it a gamble, arguing OKC would languish in obscurity. Presti called it strategy, and he was about to prove them wrong. The cornerstone of OKC's rebuild was their draft prowess. In 2019, they acquired Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a lanky guard who'd shown flashes with the Clippers, but wasn't yet a household name. Presti saw star potential, where others saw a role player. Shai's smooth scoring, playmaking, and poise made him the perfect foundation. By 2023, he was an all-NBA talent, averaging 30 points on elite efficiency, slicing through defenses with a veteran's calm and a killer's instinct. His ability to create shots, facilitate, and defend made him a top 10 player, earning MVP votes. The 2022 draft brought Chet Holmgren, a 7-foot unicorn with a rare blend of defensive instincts and a silky jumper. Despite missing his rookie year due to a foot injury, Holmgren returned in 2023 to anchor OKC's defense, swatting shots with a 7'5" wingspan and stretching the floor with threes. Jalen Williams, picked 12th in 2022, emerged as a two-way stud, blending athleticism with high IQ play. His versatility, scoring off the dribble, guarding multiple positions, and thriving in clutch moments, made him a perfect complement to Shai and Chet. OKC didn't just draft well. They found players who fit like puzzle pieces, versatile, selfless, and hungry. What set OKC apart wasn't just talent, but culture. Coach Mark Daigneault, a Presti protege, instilled a system that was fast, defensive, and team-first. The Thunder played with relentless energy, swarming opponents with length and athleticism. Daigneault's rotations were fluid, trusting young players to step up in big moments. The roster, one of the NBA's youngest, had no egos. Shai led by example, staying humble despite his stardom, often deferring to teammates in crunch time. Holmgren embraced dirty work, diving for loose balls and protecting the rim. Williams brought infectious energy, rallying the team through slumps. The Thunder's next man-up mentality shone through injuries and adversity. Practices were intense, with players competing like every drill was Game 7. Film sessions were meticulous, with Daigneault breaking down opponents' tendencies to exploit weaknesses. OKC wasn't just a team. They were a brotherhood, united by a chip on their shoulder and a hunger to prove doubters wrong. The results came faster than anyone expected. In 2022, OKC were lottery-bound, a rebuilding team with promise but no wins. By 2023, they shocked the league, sneaking into the play-in tournament behind Shea's brilliance and a scrappy supporting cast. The 2023 to 2024 season saw them leap to 57 wins, earning the Western Conference's top seed. Shea averaged 30.1 points, 6.2 assists, and 2 steals, cementing his MVP candidacy. Anchoring a top 5 defense, Williams emerged as a 20-point scorer, thriving in clutch moments. The Thunder's pace and space offense overwhelmed opponents, with Shea orchestrating pick and rolls and Holmgren popping out for threes. Their switch-heavy defense suffocated teams, forcing turnovers and fueling fast breaks. They dispatched New Orleans and Dallas in the playoffs before falling to Denver in a thrilling Western Conference Finals. By 2024 to 2025, OKC were unstoppable, finishing with 60 wins and pushing toward their first finals appearance since 2012. Every game was a statement, every win a reminder that OKC was no fluke. OKC's rise defied the NBA's big market bias. Small market teams aren't supposed to dominate, yet the Thunder did it with brains, not bankrolls. Presti's front office operated like a chess grandmaster, always 3 moves ahead. They leveraged their draft picks to add depth, trading for veterans like Luguentz Dort, a defensive pit bull who locked up opposing stars. The Paycom Center became a fortress, with fans roaring like it was the Kevin Durant era. OKC's blue-collar ethos resonated in a city that prided itself on hard work. Unlike glitzy Los Angeles or Miami, OKC didn't need flash. They had grit, strategy, and a fan base that bled blue and orange. The Thunder proved that small markets could compete, not by mimicking big cities, but by leaning into their identity. Tough, smart, and relentless. The Thunder's success wasn't luck. It was precise execution. Sam Presti's draft haul was a masterclass in asset management. With a war chest of picks and a clear vision, Presti gave OKC flexibility. Either keep drafting and developing gems, or flip picks for an established superstar. In Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they already had one. At just 27 in 2025, Shai was in his prime, locked in long-term on a max deal and playing the best basketball of his career. Around him, Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams, both under 25 and still on rookie contracts, gave the Thunder an elite core that was young, cheap, and versatile, a combination every NBA franchise dreams of. Their cap space remained clean, giving OKC future flexibility, while others scrambled under financial strain. The Thunder's style was relentless: defend, run, and shoot. They could switch everything, stretch the floor, and overwhelm teams with speed and effort. No weak links, no wasted minutes. Head coach Mark Daigneault had built a system that maximized depth and empowered players. What once looked like an endless rebuild had become the envy of the league. Analysts who mocked OKC's asset hoarding now likened their trajectory to the Spurs of the 2000s or the early Warriors, led by Steph Curry. But OKC's rise wasn't just about stats and wins. It redefined how rebuilds are done. They didn't tank into irrelevance. They competed while growing. The Thunder were deep, unselfish, and dangerous. A dynasty wasn't just coming. It felt inevitable. The Thunder's rebuild didn't just change their own trajectory, it reshaped how the entire league viewed small market teams. For years, franchises in cities like Oklahoma City were treated as second-class citizens, overshadowed by the glitz and media magnetism of Los Angeles, New York, Miami, and Boston. And the narrative was always the same. No stars want to play in Oklahoma. But the Thunder flipped that script. They embraced the underdog label. Instead of chasing validation from the coasts, they leaned into their identity. Tough, gritty, team-first basketball with no shortcuts. The fans responded in full force. Night after night, the Paycom Center transformed into one of the loudest arenas in the NBA. It wasn't just a crowd, it was a community, a movement. Every block from Holmgren, every steal by Caruso, every cold-blooded step back from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was met with an eruption that echoed far beyond Oklahoma. The team's blue and orange jerseys became more than just uniforms. They became a symbol of resilience, pride, and relentless belief. In a league that often glamorizes market size and celebrity appeal, the Thunder showed that identity, culture, and unity could win games, and win over the basketball world. Sam Presti and his front office turned the small market disadvantage into an advantage. Without the distractions or expectations of a big market, they focused on the details, scouting, development, and fit. They didn't chase headlines or max contracts, they chased synergy and sustainability. While big city teams overextended on fading stars, Presti built a flexible roster full of versatile, high IQ players that could grow together and adapt to any challenge. Still, the journey is far from over. The Western Conference is brutal. Denver's Nikola Jokic isn't slowing down. Luka Doncic is a problem in Dallas. Phoenix boasts a star-studded trio. Fans and analysts no longer view OKC as a feel-good story. They expect a title. But the foundation is solid. With one of the deepest collections of draft picks in NBA history, plus a young, hungry core, OKC can adjust on the fly. If they stay healthy and focused, a championship isn't just a dream. It's a matter of when. The Thunder's story is a masterclass in rebuilding done right. They showed that vision, patience, and execution can overcome any obstacle. Daigneault's system maximized their strengths, turning a young roster into a cohesive unit. The Thunder didn't just rebuild, they redefined what a rebuild could achieve, setting a standard for franchises across the NBA. This isn't just a basketball story, it's a movement. The Thunder's rise from rubble to royalty is a testament to what's possible when a franchise dares to dream big. Oklahoma City isn't just a team, it's a symbol of resilience. They've rewritten the narrative, proving that hard work, smart decisions, and a united fan base can topple giants. So, are you with the Thunder? Watch their next game, grab a Shai jersey, share why OKC's run inspires you. Join the roar, because the Thunder are here to stay, and the NBA will never be the same.